we will be having a series of lightning talks. First on the lineup is a presentation on the Philippine Space Agency and an introduction to the Philippine Satellite Watch. Our speaker is one of the information officers from the Public Relations and Information Division of the Philippine Space Agency. Let us all welcome Ms. Jo Brian Briones.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Jo Brian Briones, and I am from the Public Relations and Information Division of the Philippine Space Agency. I'll be talking about PhilSat, or as my presentation title is, A Nation Bridged, Uplifted, and Empowered Through Space. So through the Republic Act 11363, or the Philippine Space Act, signed on August 8, 2019, the PhilSat is mandated to be the primary policy, planning, coordinating, implementing, and administrative entity of the government's executive branch to plan, develop, and promote the National Space Program in line with the Philippine Space Policy. This policy framework lists 6 key development areas of PhilSat, which are national security and development, hazard management and climate studies, space research and development, space industry capacity building, space education and awareness, and international cooperation. The PhilSat is also guided by our strategic directions, handily represented by the acronym SPACE, to spur scientific growth that fosters patriotism and accelerates national progress, to promote improved public access and resource sharing for the utilization of spaceborne data, services, and other related facilities, which I believe is the goal also of this virtual application that is being launched today. To accelerate the transfer and diffusion of space technologies and know-how throughout Philippine society towards developing a robust and vibrant local space industry economy, to create a coherent and unified strategy for the development, utilization, and promotion of space science and technology applications for SSTA in line with the Philippine space policy, and to enhance the Philippines' official representation and contribution in the international space community for establishing cooperation. PhilSat is guided by the Philippine Space Council, or the PSC. It is chaired by the President of the Philippines, and its vice chairpersons are the Secretaries of Science and Technology and National Defense. The other members include the chairs of the Senate and House Committees on Science and Technology, the Secretary of National Economic and Development Authority, the Secretaries of Finance, Foreign Affairs, Agriculture, Environment and Natural Resources, Trade and Industry, and Information and Communications Technology. So the PhilSat Director General shall serve as the Presidential Advisor on Space Matters and Secretariat to the PSC. PhilSat is attached to the Office of the President of the Philippines, and this is led by a Director General with a rank of Cabinet Secretary. Currently, the Director General is Dr. Joel Marciano Jr., who also serves as the advisor to the President on space matters. PhilSat is new and is building from the ground up, but it's not starting from scratch. Through the prior efforts of the DOST, the Philippines has produced emergent capabilities, infrastructure, and skilled personnel in SSTA. These project-based initiatives since around 2010 led up to the establishment of the PhilSat and contributed significant milestones in space for the country. So among these initiatives and significant milestones for the country are our small satellites, which began with the launch of Diwata-1 in 2016, now decommissioned, followed by Maya-1, Diwata-2, and Maya-2. As for the ground infrastructure that is paired with these, and was mentioned earlier in the presentation of Engineer Harold Brian Paler, we also have the ground infrastructure such as the ground receiving stations. We have one in Quezon City, the Petro Center, one yet to be officially formally launched ground receiving station in Iloilo, and one in Davao. The PhilSat shall leverage this emergent capacity in SSTA in the Philippines towards further productive and peaceful contributions to the country and for the international space community. So currently, we have PhilSat has flagship projects, one of which is the Build in Space, or B3IS, and mobilizing space data. As mentioned earlier, we have current capabilities in optical imaging, radar, sorry, radar imaging, ship tracking, ham radio communication, and data storage forward. And in the future, we plan to have capabilities as well in telecommunication, intelligence, and reconnaissance, advancement in optical, thermal, and radar imaging. And hopefully, we're going to be able to build up on these developments. The major event that we're looking forward to is the launch of the MULA satellite, or the Multi-Spectral Land Assessment Satellite, slated to be launched in 2023. So this will be the biggest satellite that the Philippines will ever be designing and launching, and we're looking forward to that. Our space research and development capabilities are also geared towards developing a local space industrial base. As you can see in the slides, these are the locally developed experimental modules aboard DOST-ASTI. Not only do we use these technologies in space research, this can also translate into further use on the ground after being subjected to the harsh conditions in space. The PhilSA also aims to further the development of the PhilSA also further aims to develop the development and application of remote sensing, artificial intelligence, or AI, machine learning, the data science, and other methodologies in producing space-enabled information to support the operations of various government agencies. Space data mobilization is currently being used in national security, disaster risk reduction and management, agriculture and fisheries, and other national areas of concern. Currently, the use of Earth observation and remote sensing satellites for economic recovery, disease control, and teleepidemiology for COVID-19 is being manifested by the country through the Space Data Dashboard, jointly developed by the PhilSA and the DOST-Advanced Science and Technology Institute. This dashboard shows the identification of objects and changes using satellite images, made increasingly efficient with the combined AI and remote sensing techniques. This enables the monitoring of critical infrastructure, the movement of goods or trade through the counting of vessels and other traffic, and changes in emission and pollution levels that impact air and water quality. So the PhilSA also continues to recognize the challenging environment that the world is currently facing, but that only strengthens our resolve to contribute to ameliorating the difficulties and uplifting the nation through our space programs and initiatives. And now to showcase local capacity and capturing, processing, and developing applications from satellite images, the PhilSA, DOST, and Stamina for Space are also jointly promoting the hashtag Philippine Satellite Watch campaign. So Stamina for Space will be posting, or are currently posting actually, images taken by the Duwata satellites, while DOST-ASTI features satellite images retrieved and processed through the Federal Center. And their campaign, DOST's part of this campaign, is tied to the promotion of today's unveiling of the Metro GRS application. Philippine Satellite Watch streamlines and synthesizes these featured image posts under one unified campaign that features the efforts and strides made by the previously established SSTA groups, showcase the country's available space-based data capabilities, as well as the eventual transition of these initiatives to the Philippine Space Agency. So these images are shared on Facebook pages of DOST-ASTI and the Metro Center, the Stamina for Space program, and the PhilSA. At the end of each month, there will be a rundown of all the images posted and an article on the PhilSA website about each month's theme. So to sum it all up, the PhilSA envisions a Filipino nation bridged, uplifted, and empowered through the peaceful uses of outer space. Our mission is to promote and sustain a robust Philippine space ecosystem that adds and creates values in space for and from Filipinos and for the world. Maraming salamat po at